The decision David Cameron will face the moment his plane lands tonight is how far he should intervene to save the people who work in this vast site in Port Talbot and in Tata Steel's other operations in the UK. There are 15,000 of them. They want a new employer, a government buyout or a part nationalisation, but something that will keep them in work and their industry alive. The Labour leader has a clear idea about what should happen. Like David Cameron, he was also on holiday when this news broke. Unlike David Cameron, Jeremy Corbyn thinks the government should step in quite a big way.
An awful lot of people in this country are looking very closely at this. They want to see government stepping up to the plate, accepting its responsibility to the entire community and intervening. Protect the plant, protect the jobs, but above all, protect the industrial infrastructure of this country.
As for the business secretary, whose department is in charge of all this, he wasn't on holiday. This was an official visit to Australia.
It's a real pleasure to be here in Australia tonight.
But he was on the other side of the world, and it was a rather lavish-looking black-tie dinner, so the decision was soon made to get him back. But as he left, Mr Javid did rule out one option for Tata Steel: long-term renationalisation.
I don't think that nationalisation is going to be the solution, because I think everyone would want a long-term viable solution. And if you look around Europe and elsewhere, I think nationalisation is rarely the answer.
But if you listen to his junior minister on Good Morning Britain and elsewhere this morning, no option, it appeared, was off the table.
This minister and my Prime Minister and Sajid Javid working together will absolutely do everything we can to make sure that Port Talbot has a real future. And that's not just pressing and milling steel, it's making steel.
So what are the options? Tata itself could find a private buyer for its UK steel division, but if they can't, the government will have to decide whether to intervene. One option is to replicate what happened in Scotland, when the Scottish government briefly took ownership of 2 Tata steelworks near Glasgow before Easter and then sold them on. But if subsequently a buyer can't be found for Tata's UK operations, it could cost the taxpayer many millions. A third option is a buyout by the current management and staff based on their plan to cut jobs and return the plant to profitability. But that was the plan Tata rejected yesterday. That rejection happened at a board meeting in Mumbai, and when you listen to the boss, you can see why this company thought they'd come to the end of the road.
We aren't able to afford the level of support that is required. Given the support that we've already taken, we've taken impairments of about £2 billion in the last few years.
There will be a meeting in Downing Street first thing tomorrow. Ministers know they need something concrete to say, and fast. Chris Ship, News at 10.